Hello everyone. We are excited to present to you the custom research conducted on behalf of Capital Connect for Black Friday, and to gauge if Black Friday 2023 is indeed the silver bullet for the retail market in South Africa. So without further ado, allow me to give you the big reveal. Let's start with where did Black Friday all begin? Well, the earliest known use of Black Friday refers to the day after Thanksgiving in the United States, when workers called in sick the day after Thanksgiving to have a 4-day weekend. The day after Thanksgiving has been regarded as the beginning of the Christmas shopping season in the US since 1952. Black Friday was introduced in South Africa in 2014, spanning a period of 3 days. To date, Black Friday spans over a much longer period, and this year it will be from the 29th of October until the 23rd of November and continuing into the festive season. To start with, there is certainly some good news for the retail market. For 2023, the additional total retail turnover value in nominal terms directly attributed to Black Friday is estimated to be 26.6 billion rand. While this is higher than the 19 billion rand of 2022, it is, however, lower than the 42 billion rand generated in the same period in 2021. 2023, however, is not expected to reach the heights of 2021, where sales were lifted by more than a year of pent-up demand after the COVID-19 lockdowns. With this said, there is a growth trend expected to continue and is forecasted to reach an additional sales value in nominal terms of approximately 67 billion rand during the December period, in particular for general dealers. Now, what do I mean by general dealers? These are the shops where we buy our everyday goods and groceries like Spar, Pick n Pay and Woolworths, and so on. Later on in this presentation, I will touch on the forecast of all other subsectors with the retail market. But for now, this is certainly some positive news for general dealers. The data shows a forecasted sales figure of 18.4 billion rand for the formal retail sector as a whole. Joint Black Friday and the festive season sales for this year are expected to add a sales value of about 60 billion rand to South African retail sales during 2023. This sales boost will not only benefit total retail sales and the economic growth, but it will also have a positive impact on employment. Living in South Africa, we are all accustomed to the formal and informal retail market. And even though there are thousands of spaza shops and informal retail merchants, it is estimated that this informal sector only comprises 11% of sales value, and the formal market is forecasted to make up 89% of Black Friday sales. Now, let's take a look at the forecast in nominal terms for the overall formal retail sector, as well as the subsectors. The formal retail sector as a whole is being expected to show negative growth in real terms during 2023. The expected formal retail sector and subsector real growth rates for 2023 are as follows. Total retail sector is set to grow by 2%, general dealers to grow by 3.9%, textiles, clothing, footwear and leather goods to grow by 5.5%, household furniture, appliances and equipment to decline by 0.7%, pharmaceuticals and medical goods, cosmetics and toiletries also to decline by 2.8%, food, beverages and tobacco in specialized stores to decline by 3.5%. And last but not least, hardware, paint and glass to decline by 5.9%. So we've seen the growth rates for the sector as a whole. Now let's see who will be the winners and losers in the subsector categories, particularly in relation to Black Friday sales for 2023. Textiles, clothing and footwear will be happy to see a 15 billion rand gain. General dealers are forecasted a 9.3 billion rand gain. Household furniture, appliances and equipment a 1.6 billion rand gain. And hardware, paint and glass a 707 million rand gain. Food, beverages and tobacco, no significant gain, and to decline by 3.5%. Pharmaceutical, medical goods, also no significant gains, to decline by 2.8%. And so, It is evident that general dealers and clothing retailers are expected to be the winners, with a forecast of a 24 billion rand boost as South African consumers seek savings on essentials. With all those figures shared, what are the challenges for retailers? And here we have it: load shedding, depressed economy, low job creation and low consumer spending ability, business unfriendly environments, lack of venture and other forms of capital, very low investor business and consumer confidence, a crumbling infrastructure, high producer and consumer price inflation, corruption and weak governance, political and social instability, and high levels of consumer and business indebtedness, interest rates and defaults. But now, figures aside, and time for some fun stuff. What about consumer behavior, spending and buying trends? Interestingly, consumer behavior around Black Friday is changing from buying luxuries to necessities. These necessities include chicken, fruit and veg, milk, sugar, cooking oil, and toilet paper, to name a few. And then also some appliances like two-plate stoves and kettles. It's evident that online shopping is strongly correlated with the Black Friday season, with a 50 billion rand mark in 2022. To sum up this section, the biggest expenditure items during Black Friday 2023 is forecasted to be food, clothing, household appliances, and equipment, as well as basic hardware products. As we've seen earlier in our program, our very own retailers have certainly taken steps to diversify their businesses. The latest industry research also indicates that in order for retailers to thrive, they should apply some strategies like adding new product ranges, acquiring more businesses, branching out new service offerings, adding an online service offering or invest in e-commerce, investing in delivery scooters, introducing shoppertainment for a better in-store customer experience, and adding a click and collect offering like we have now become used to. Now that we know what's on the cards for Black Friday 2023, we hope that retailers will use these insights to their advantage. And that's a wrap from me.